name is Mohammed Sawaf. I'm co-founder and CEO of Manzil. Our focus here really is to address a major gap in the Canadian marketplace. There are currently 1.6 million Muslims, growing to 2.6 over the next 10 years, and they are completely restricted from participating into financial transactions that either receive or pay interest. And this extends not only across mortgages, but fixed income investments, as well as credit card solutions, car loans, and insurance. And so Manzil here is actually to fulfill this gap because it hasn't been done so before in North America. Our whole model is really to create and build that fence around this clientele so that they have all of the halal financial solutions available to them in one place. And that's where our tech piece comes into play. Imagine coming into an app where you have a lot of financial solutions available to you. It's on an a la carte type selection menu. You can pick and choose what you want, and then you will be recommended more and more products based on kind of the life stage cycle that you are at. By design, of course, these solutions cater to the Muslim community, but that doesn't mean that if you're non-Muslim that you can't participate, right? So we like to look at this as more as a participatory finance or alternative finance model versus a more predatory one, which you'll find at the banks. And today, we hear a lot of that sentiment within the SRI realm, or socially responsible investing realm, or ESG, which is environmental, social, and governance. So we like to fall within that category. They're designed for this community because nobody else has been able to design it for them. But Islamic finance has been around for over 1400 years. I would say it's got a stronger foundation than kind of the more modern capitalist banking or financial industry that we've created today. And so it does have roots within usually all of the Abrahamic faiths, that being of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And so this is really an alternative finance for all, I would say, and those that are really ethically conscious. So the best analogy I can give to people is really a comparison to the halal food industry, right? So like halal food is very prevalent. If you've eaten a shawarma, you've probably had, a halal chicken or halal beef within it. And so what I like to tell people is, there's no difference between halal food or halal finance in terms of the end result. It looks the same, it acts the same, it feels the same. But what's the big difference is really that process and documentation, how it got there, right? And so it's the same with halal finance, right? So if we look at a mortgage and you look at the end result, the payments are the same, the potential financing conditions are the same, but it's really in the transaction and the process. And so there are really four main principles of Islamic finance that need to be followed. We have to ensure that we're not making money off of money. And so all transactions have to be asset backed or asset based. The contracts have to be clear and transparent. We can't be involved in unethical businesses, or what we like to call it are sinful businesses. So anything that avoids alcohol or tobacco or weapons or the pork industry, gambling, and entertainment, right? So we steer away from those pieces, and then of course ensuring that everything is ethical from that perspective. And why Manzil? I think it really comes down to the expertise in place that we have, the corporate governance structures that we've instituted, and the partners, the service providers that we've brought on as a full team, right? We couldn't have done this without our legal partners, our audit partners, our Sharia advisor partners, and of course the core team that we have here at Manzil as well, because it's all about making those right decisions and then executing on them. And it's not there's a lot of people that I would say have been stuck on kind of more as they say, paralysis by analysis, right? A lot of people just looking at the theory and trying to understand it, but really not putting it into practice and operationalizing an actual product in the marketplace. And so, we did go through that phase. It was a 2-year phase for us, and we like to call that kind of the R&D mode. We were studying the market, we were doing a lot of market research, we were talking to the community and better understanding their needs and their wants. And then of course we were being guided by our legal team, Sharia team, and consultants and audit team to figure out what is the best product that not only adheres to the principles of the religion, but of course to the regulatory, tax, and banking frameworks that we have to abide by and can't change or lobby for.